Alan Laken once said, "The planning is bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it right now." Your mind, your ability to think, plan, and decide is your most powerful tool for overcoming procrastination and increasing your productivity. Conversely, as Alex McKenzie wrote, action without planning is the cause of every failure. Your ability to plan well in advance of acting is a measure of your overall competence. The better the plan you have, the easier it is for you to overcome procrastination. The good news is that it takes only about 10 or 12 minutes for you to plan out your day. But this small investment of time will save you at least 2 hours, 100 to 120 minutes in wasted time and diffuse effort throughout the day. When you consider how helpful planning can be in increasing your productivity and performance, planning is really quite simple to do. But all you need is a piece of paper and a pen. You can increase your productivity and output by 25% or more from the very first day that you begin working consistently from a list. Make your list the night before at the end of the workday. Your subconscious mind works on your list all night long while you sleep. You will wake up with great ideas and insights that you can use to get your job done faster and better than you had initially thought. Now, you need different lists for different purposes. First, you should create a master list on which you write down everything that you can think of that you want to do sometime in the future. Second, you should have a monthly list that you make up at the end of the month for the month ahead. Third, you should have a weekly list where you plan your entire week in advance. This disciplined, systematic time planning can be very helpful to you. You should transfer items from your monthly and weekly lists onto your daily list. As you work through the day, tick off the items on your list as you complete them. Seeing yourself working progressively through your list motivates and energizes you. It raises your self-esteem, self-respect. Steady, visible progress propels you forward and helps you to overcome procrastination. When you have a project of any kind, begin by making a list of every step that you will have to complete to finish the project from beginning to end. Organize the project task by priority and sequence. Then go to work on one task at a time. You will feel more and more effective and powerful. You will be naturally motivated to do even more. You will think better and more creatively. You will get more and better insights that enable you to do your work even faster. This feeling of progress will give you more energy and keep you going throughout the day. One of the most important rules of personal effectiveness is the 10-90 rule. This rule says that the first 10% of time that you spend planning and organizing your work before you begin will save you as much as 90% of the time in getting the job done. Your ability to set goals and make plans for their accomplishment is the master skill of success. There's no other skill that will help you more in fulfilling your potential and achieving everything that you are able to accomplish. All major accomplishments today are called multitask jobs. They consist of a series of steps that must be taken in a particular way in order to accomplish a result of any significance. Even something as simple as preparing a dish in the kitchen with a recipe is a multitask job. Your ability to master the skill of planning and completing multitask jobs will enable you to accomplish vastly more than the average person and is critical to your success. The purpose of planning is to enable you to turn your major, definite purpose into a planned multitask project with specific steps, a beginning, a middle, and an end, with clear deadlines and sub-deadlines. This is a skill that you can learn and master with practice. This skill will make you one of the most effective and influential people in your business or organization. And the more you practice it, the better at it you will get. All the ingredients necessary to create a plan for the achievement of one or more of your goals. First, you now have a clear vision of your ideal and result or goal based on your values. You know what you want and why you want it. Second, you have written out your goals, organized them by key priority, and selected your major definite purpose. Third, you have created measures and standards to track your progress, and you have set both deadlines and sub-deadlines as targets to aim at. Fourth, you have now identified the key obstacles, difficulties, and constraints that stand between you and your goal and organize them by priority. Fifth, you've identified the essential knowledge and skills that you will require to achieve your goal. Sixth, you have organized these competencies by priority and developed a plan to learn what you need to learn to accomplish what you have decided to accomplish. And seventh, you have identified the people, groups, and organizations whose help and cooperation you will require, both inside and outside your business. You have decided on the specific steps you're going to take to earn the support and assistance of these people in achieving your goals. All successful people work from written plans. The great achievements of mankind, from the building of the pyramids forward to the great industrial operations of the modern age, were all preceded by and accompanied by detailed plans, carefully designed and thought through from beginning to end before they began. Every minute spent in planning saves 10 minutes in execution. Every minute that you spend planning and thinking before you begin will save you time, money, and energy in getting the results you desire. This is why it is said that failing the plan is planning to fail. The number one reason for failure is action without planning. There's a 6P formula for personal and business success. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. There are 7 advantages to proper prior planning. First, the planning process forces you to organize your thinking and identify all the key issues that must be dealt with if you're ultimately going to be successful. Second, thinking through what you must do to accomplish your goals enables you to plan your actions carefully before you begin, thereby saving you an enormous cost of time, people, and money. Third, a good plan, thoroughly discussed and evaluated, enables you to identify flaws and errors that could prove fatal to your business later on. The fourth benefit is that it enables you to identify weaknesses in your plan and make provisions to compensate for those weaknesses. Often you can identify a fatal flaw that, if you are not aware of it, could lead to the failure of the enterprise. This is only possible by going through the planning process. Fifth, planning enables you to identify strengths and potential opportunities that you can take advantage of to increase the likelihood of success. Often you will be unaware of your particular strengths or the opportunities that exist in this situation before you go through the planning process. The sixth benefit is that it enables you to focus your time and money and concentrate all of your resources on the 1 or 2 objectives that you must achieve to make the enterprise successful. In the absence of clear focus and concentration, you will tend to spread your energies over a wide area and end up accomplishing very little. The seventh benefit is that it will inevitably save you hours, weeks, and months of confusion, mistakes, and losses of both money and energy. Planning is a discipline and a skill. It is both a habit and a competence. This means that you can learn it and learn them to a high level through repetition and practice. Planning is a skill that you can master, and it is much easier than you might think. A plan is a list of every activity that you will have to engage in from the beginning to the end in accomplishing a specific goal or objective. To begin the process of planning, you take a sheet of paper and you make a list of everything that you can think of that you will have to do to achieve your goal. This list then becomes your blueprint for the construction of your dream house, of your ideal goal or result. The process of planning is for you now to organize your list by priority and sequence. You organize the items on your list by priority by determining which tasks or activities are more important than other tasks or activities in sequencing. You determine which activities need to be done before or after other activities. In planning, very often the success of the plan will be determined by the achievement of a particular goal or objective within the plan. The planning process helps you to identify the vital elements of the plan and focus more of your time and attention on the most important tasks and activities that must be accomplished before success is possible. No plan is perfect the first time it is created. Most plans to accomplish something new will fail over and over again at the beginning. Whenever your plan doesn't work, relax, take a deep breath, and revisit your plan. When you have a problem, resolve to be solution-oriented. Expect difficulties as a part of the process and resolve to respond to them effectively. If you're not achieving your goals on schedule, ask, what is the problem? It seems that when you begin work on the achievement of a new goal, you immediately experience setbacks, obstacles, difficulties, and temporary failure. It's normal and natural. It takes tremendous effort to launch something new and make it successful, but this is the price that you have to pay to achieve the goals that you've set for yourself. One of the ways that you can think on paper is to create a project planning sheet for the accomplishment of a multitask goal. This project planning sheet can be very helpful in opening your eyes to the strengths and weaknesses of the planning process. But with a project planning sheet, which you can make yourself with a sheet of paper, you can now see your entire goal laid out in front of you with great clarity. Everyone who is responsible for carrying out a part of the plan should be involved in the planning process. It's often a shock to find out that something that seems simple and easy is actually going to take several weeks or months from beginning to end. A time constraint on a critical part of your plan can force you to revise your plans completely. When you start the planning process, your biggest concern should be accuracy in identifying every step necessary and the exact time required to accomplish every step in the plan. In the process of planning, there is usually one major problem that must be solved before any other problems can be solved. There's usually one major goal that must be achieved before any of the other goals can be achieved. There's usually one critical element in the plan that must be dealt with before any part of the plan can be successful. The good news is that the very act of planning improves and streamlines the entire process of goal achievement. The more often and more carefully you plan before you begin, the better you will get at the planning process overall. Your ability to decide exactly what you want, write it down, make a plan, and then execute that plan is the key to personal effectiveness and high achievement. In no time at all, you can transform your life or business, double your sales or profitability, achieve your goals, and fulfill your true potential. Now, here are 3 things you can do immediately to put these ideas into action. First, make a list of everything that you can think of that you will have to do to achieve your goal. Leave nothing out. Second, organize your list by priority. What is the most important task or activity? What is the second most important, and so on. And third, organize your list by sequence. What must be done before something else can be done? Revisit and revise your plan regularly, especially when you get new information or things are not going as you would expect. Be prepared to change if you need.